Hey everyone, what's up? This is Lydia here for Build Yourself Inside. And today's topic is about how we literally create and recreate and continue regenerating the same old toxic relationships, the same old toxic environments over and over and over again. So, this is something that I've noticed within myself. This is something that I've noticed. This is something I coach my clients on. But we all do this. And we all do this to some degree. So, yeah, I know it is a great topic, isn't it? This is such a profound topic because this literally directs the course of your life and where you are day in and day out, the type of people that you're around, where you spend your time, where you and how you spend your money, where and how you spend your time, what kind of people that you're spending your time with. And, we often think that it's all of those things outside of us that really, that are really making us who we are. And that is true to some degree. Our environment has an effect on who we are at an identity level. And yet, you actually have power to change the whole thing. That's the amazing thing, is that when you stop trying to control everything around you, and this includes if you just let go of trying to control people, right? You're trying to control what people are doing, where they're going, and who's hanging out with who, and what food is in your kitchen, and you're just trying to control, and you're trying to keep everything right where it needs to be. Life becomes an uphill battle. And, I was talking with a client last week, and it was so interesting. She was it's about self-esteem, right? So this has everything to do with self-esteem. I'm going to do a video on the specific characteristics that qualify someone with low self-esteem. That's going to come up in the future. I'm going to be a guest on a mastermind tonight, which I will be talking and doing a lot of self-esteem coaching. And so I decided, hey, why don't we start pinpointing examples of the behaviors of someone with low self-esteem? What specifically are they doing? And so that's going to be a separate video. I am starting a brand new YouTube channel, so that is going to be nice, new, and fresh. And I'm trying to remember the title of it, but that's okay, because I will post. I will be posting to that channel, and I will put that link. I will share that link at some point in the future, probably in the next month or so. So anyway, let's get back to the topic. It's one thing to be around like a toxic person one day, or in a toxic environment one day, right? Or to kind of go in and out of this, right? You can't avoid it. But some of us continue to accept other people's poor behavior, or we continue to put ourselves in these really poor situations, or we continue to really be around just really low consciousness, really toxic environments and toxic people. And we continue to do that day in and day out. And this is exactly what is hypnotic about this process, is that this is all hypnosis. Any sort of influence, anything that is influencing you is hypnotizing you. And so anything you're validating, and I mean validating through your behavior. So this conversation I was having with a client was, she wants to get back into dating. She's trying to lose weight to feel better about herself. And so she feels more confident about the process. And we got caught in this conversation where some married man reached out to her at wanting to meet up and kind of putting pressure on, and she was participating in the conversation, and a lot of people don't realize that just by participating, using your time and your energy in a really toxic conversation, or in a toxic environment, or putting any sort of energy into anything that is not what you would think that would be worth your time, you are still validating to your unconscious that this is worth your time. Surprise, surprise, right? A lot of people think by just getting on Facebook, right, and posting a post like, I will no longer accept shitty people in my life, or no one's allowed to treat me this way anymore, or everybody from here on out is going to show me respect, damn it, right? We think by, I mean, just by using our energy to put up those posts is us all still participating and not being present and being back in that place where we feel like we were mistreated. And it's only because you're exerting energy towards it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes for your unconscious, who is what you are, right? It's your body. It's what's reacting to everything. It's your emotional being. And you know, and if you're getting, you know, I get these messages all the time, you know, men who are widowed and they're unhappy and they're whatever, or just men who I don't think are worth my time. And by worth my time, I don't think they're not worthy of nobody. I just don't think that they're in a place where I would want to be with them. You know, emotionally, you know, healing wise, players too, you know, a lot of women deal with players. And this goes for men too. I know a lot of men get players too. I'm currently, watching one at my gym, which is very interesting to watch their body language of players, and female players is very interesting. So anyway, you know, here's what you need to take away from this video is that any energy you're putting towards unwanted attention or I would say unwanted attention or unwanted conversation or unwanted people or unwanted remark or anything that qualifies is not worthy of your time, you have to dismiss it right away. You can't continue to engage with these people or in this environment or, you know, with these things or in this job or with whatever the situation is, because as long as you're giving energy to that situation, you are fueling it, you're keeping it alive. And this is how you fuel everything, and your behavior is you're using your behavior to validate what you allow and disallow into your life. So if this is making sense, you know, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, let me know that this is making sense for you guys. But this is definitely a characteristic of people with low self-esteem. People with lower self-esteem are going to continue to allow it, right? Because people with low self-esteem are taking responsibility for other people's emotions, right? They don't want to make people feel bad. They don't want to leave. They don't want to just not respond, right? Because that can be rude, right? Well, think about now what's happening. If you continue to talk to some jerk, or you continue to talk to some player or some rude person or a narcissist or you know, a psychopath or someone who's devaluing the sense of who you are, or they're making you feel not making you feel, but they're trying to make you feel a certain way about yourself, you know, people who manipulate, or you know, in this woman's case, you know, this guy who was married and going behind his wife's back and complaining about his wife to my clients on Facebook. And I said, you know, as long as you're continuing to fuel this conversation, you're continuing to validate that he is worth your time. That this kind of person, this kind of man, and more importantly, this kind of attention is worth you. And it is all behavioral. I mean, she could stand there all day and say, you're not worth my time, you're not worth my time, you're not worth my time. I deserve better, I deserve better, I deserve better. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The words that come out of your mouth do not matter. It's how you are behaving that makes the most impact. And that's what your subconscious takes notes on, is what you're doing. Not so much what you're saying. You know, language can take a little bit longer as far as, you know, self-hypnosis and in really changing beliefs and patterns. But what your behavior is now you're proving to yourself that this person is worth your time. This toxic person is worth your time. This is worth your energy, right? Because you're participating. You're not saying, you're not dismissing them. You're not like waving them like, get the hell out of here type of thing, right? And so, what I coach my clients to do is to just disengage immediately. What I do when I begin to sense a tension that I don't want, I just disengage and I just ignore it, basically. And this is what you want to start doing, is just start ignoring and not going to those places, right, that are going to make you not feel good about yourself, or being in those social situations, or whatever that situation that you feel like you deserve more. Well, you don't deserve more as long as you're acting like you don't, right? You can talk all you want about you deserve the world, and a guy who treats you this way, or a woman who treats you that way, or your parents should treat you like this, your girlfriend should treat you like that. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is how you are behaving. So, really think about that. What are you currently allowing into your, even in your peripheral vision, can have a massive impact on your subconscious. Your subconscious always knows what's going on. It doesn't it's not just what's here, it's what's all around you. So the same for television, right? Television is no different. It's still a form of influence. It's still something that hypnotizes us all to some degree, if we are exposing ourselves to it. So, are you getting absorbed into the commercials? Are you listening to all the commercials, right? So I tend to mute commercials if I some of them are just played over and over again, and my subconscious probably hears them, but I'm not going to go buy Botox or whatever that commercial is on Hulu. So, I'm also pretty aware of the bullshit that's happening around me most of the time. So, this is so powerful when it comes to relationships and managing healthy relationships, right? No amount of fighting and arguing is going to sort out anything, right? Now it's behavioral, right? If you're fed up, if you're done, act like it, walk away. That's when change really starts to happen, is when you are backing up what you're saying with your behavior. That's when really change happens, is not just saying, well, I deserve better. Well, that person, they should treat me better. I deserve better. This should be that way. This should be that way. No, it doesn't matter. That's just you denying reality and trying to distort reality. And anytime you go into try and distort reality, you're just going to become more frustrated. So, walk away, as you're walking away from this video, and think about right now, where is your attention going right now? Right? Or well, now I have your attention, right? But where was your attention right before? Or where's your attention going to go after? Really start to notice what you are exposing yourself to. Where are you spending your time? Are you giving the things that deserve your attention and your time and your energy to those things? Or are you giving it to people who are wasting your time? Right? I mean, the amount of bullshit I see that goes on at the gym is just unbelievable. I mean, it's just people just stopping and gabbing, not even working out, and they're there for an hour. You really, if you are not managing your time, you don't value yourself, because you don't care about your time, right? It just doesn't make sense. Someone who values themselves is going to value their time and who they spend it with, especially who they spend it with. So important. And they're going to be careful what they expose themselves to, right? I mean, and this is why I don't spend as much time on Facebook anymore. It's just, there's just so much bullshit. There's very, very few of the things I actually really enjoy seeing, which is pretty much just funny cats and uplifting things and motivational things. And every once in a while, you just see like this, some negative attitude. So why expose yourself to it at all, right? So yeah, think about this. This is so important. Yeah, anything you are giving energy to, you're validating it. You are saying, yes, it is worth my time. And if you need any more help with this, if you want any one-on-one coaching, you can visit my website at www.buildyourselfinside.com. There you can find out more about me, more about hypnosis, more about how you are hypnotizing yourself, and more information about setting up an appointment with me if you would like. So if you want to know more, you can private message me. If not, I will see you guys on the horizon with my new YouTube channel. I'm so excited about doing that. It's time to consolidate everything since a lot of my videos are scattered, and to bring you guys more organized content is also my goal. So All right, guys, this chick, it's time for a workout for this chick. So I'll talk to you guys later.